it's Molly again from thepreparedperformer.com and freeonlinevoicelessons.com. And today I just want to talk a little bit about your chest voice, your head voice, your mix, your break, your passaggio, all of that stuff, all these weird words that we hear people referring to. Now, I have read some articles and heard some lessons with people who say you shouldn't worry about whether you're singing in your chest voice or your head voice. There's no such thing as placement. Just be natural. Just let it come out. That might apply to some people. However, I guarantee that I have had people in this room who are singing in a place that is pushing and creating all kinds of tension that they don't need. And if they knew how to access a different part of their voice, which sometimes we use the word placement for that, they would eventually be able to find this freedom within it. I heard a quote once that is rest in reason and move in passion. That is, I believe, Khalil Gibran. And I think if we don't have the rules and the structure, then we'll just be a mess all over the place. We can end up hurting ourselves. So I know it can seem annoying to think about placement and all that kind of stuff, but I really do think it helps, unless you are just some magical beast that doesn't need to worry about it. And I'm sure those people exist. However, that is not the case for everyone. So back to what we're talking about today. A lot of students come in here and they don't really understand the difference between chest voice and head voice. So I just want to talk about that first. The difference between chest voice and head voice. So put your hand on your chest like this. And I want you to just like relax and go, ha, ha. And this applies for men and women, okay? Ha. You feel that way down there? You feel it kind of rumbling on your chest, right? Now, I want you, men too, I want you to go like this. Hoo! Way up high. Hoo! Woo! You don't feel it as rumbling as much. Now try and go like this. Hoo! You can feel that as you're coming down through that passaggio area, that's your break area in the middle of your voice. As you're going through that, you can feel it start to rumble a little bit more down here. There's actually vibrations happening from the sound. Okay, so that's going all the way from your head voice down to your chest voice. Now, when we belt, technically, like this is kind of the same for guys and girls. When you belt, it's bringing some of that chest voice up into your head voice range. So like if I was gonna sing this, right? That would be singing, it's a C. I'm singing that in a range that is usually sung in my head voice. However, I can also sing, right? I can sing that. The thing is, what you don't want to do is kind of what I just did right there. You don't want to bring up so much weight, so much of that chest voiceness up to that note, up to that higher register. That's like cray-cray. You don't want to have all of that weight up there. A, you'll hurt yourself if you do that over and over and over again. B, it's just not nice to listen to. So we end up kind of playing with the way that our vocal cords and everything works. In order to create a sound that's a little more pleasant, it's not as stressful on our voice. And we can also find a transition area in between there, because if I kept going like, eventually that is gonna be totally crazy. And I mean, I can belt pretty high, but I'm not gonna be able to take a belt all the way up to the rafters, you know? At some point I have to switch. So what we wanna do is we wanna gradually switch from our chest voice to our head voice through our passaggio area. The passaggio area is that break area. It's different for everybody, but there's loads of techniques and tricks and physical things you can do and mental things you can do to help you switch from your chest voice to your head voice. You can still bring a belt up there, but have a way that it's powerful and not crazy gonna rip your vocal cords to shreds. So I hope that makes sense. One of the things that we can use in order to transition is called a mix. It's a way of using a stronger head voice with our cords coming together a little more fully, bringing our cords together a little more than we would in a regular head voice. And it almost sounds like it almost sounds like a belt, but it's really more in our head voice. One thing that my voice teacher, Andrew Byrne, whose website is andrewmbyrne.com, you can find links to it on my website. I'll include a link with this video too. One thing that he talks about that I love is this. It's like I Dream of Jeannie. Okay, let's say this is your head voice and this is your chest voice. So if I'm starting in my chest voice down here and I'm like this, even though I'm all the way down there where I'm fully singing in my chest voice, there's still a little tiny bit of the head voice there. And let's say I start to go up. Now I'm kind of in the middle. Let's say I go a little higher than that. That's kind of weird. That's an F, okay? So that's like right before I'm about ready to switch. But there's still, I'm starting to let a little bit of my head voice come in as I'm getting ready to switch. So let's try that again. Watch. So now I'm up here, but there's still a teeny tiny bit of my chest voice in there. That's a really mixy nasally sound. Even though it sounds like a belt, that's actually my head voice, but it has a tiny bit of chest voice in it. If I went to like, you're not gonna have too much chest voice in there way up that high, but as you're going through, you're gonna have a little bit of chest voice sticking through as you're coming up to that head voice. What you don't want to happen is to go, to where you're in this breathy place and you're not connected at all anymore. And then you sound like two different voices. So like, let's say you're singing, let's say Lonely Goat Herd, right? That's a song where it might be okay to be like, high on a hill was a lonely goat herd, where you want to switch back and forth so it sounds like you're yodeling, but you don't want to sound like you're yodeling all the time. So for the most part, we want to build up our mix so that it's strong in our head voice so that it matches our chest voice. We also don't want to sing, high on a hill was alone. We don't want to put the chest voice so strong that it doesn't allow our head voice to compete. That it's like impossible for us to have a strong enough head voice to sound like the same person. I hope that makes sense. So this next collection of videos, the videos that are focused around your mix and your belt, are gonna kind of help you to understand how to put all of this into practice. So things to help you transition out of your chest voice into your head voice more smoothly, that connect things together. We like to say that you massage the passage. So this is your passaggio area. Everyone's is different. Right in the middle, you know, the middle of your voice when you're switching from head voice to chest voice or chest voice to head voice, that's your passaggio. And I know it's a pain in the booty, but you have to work that more than anything else because it's the hardest part of your voice to conquer.